Hi students, welcome to online class. So in this video we are going to discuss about the last topic in the chapter 2, number systems, representing characters in the memory. So how the characters are represented in the memory. See, actually we are typing the characters only. We are typing the alphabets, we are typing the numbers, we are typing the special characters. But these characters and numbers are not stored in the memory because the computer can understand only zeros and ones. So how the characters are represented in the memory? Is there any other system that is followed in the memory? Means, so that is what we are going to see now. As represented in the introduction, all the input data given to the computer should be in the understandable format. As represented in the introduction, all the input data given to the computer should be in understandable format. Actually, whatever the input we are giving, all the input should be understandable by the computer. The computer understands the machine language. What is mean by machine language? Machine language means it can understand zeros and ones. Right. In general, 26 uppercase letters, 26 lowercase letters, 0 to 9 digits and special characters are used in the computer. So we know very well how many alphabets are there. 26 alphabets are there. So they have given 26 uppercase letters and 26 lowercase letters. That means, so 26 capital letters and 26 small letters. Uppercase represents capital, lowercase represents small letters. So 0 to 9 and special characters are used in the computer. So this is called as character set. This is called character set. So all of these character set are denoted through numbers only. See, we only know A, B, C, D, alphabets, small letters and 0 to 9 numbers and special characters. But the computer does not know anything. The computer knows only two numbers, that it follows only binary system. What is the system it follows means, it follows only the machine language, that is zeros and ones. So all the characters in the character set needs a common encoding system. All the characters in the character set needs a common encoding system. Each and every character should have a unique value. Each and every unique value should be converted to binary number. So for that we are going to follow some coding system, encoding system. So there are different types of encodings are there, right? We can see one by one. So what are the different types of several codings are there? What are the different types of encoding systems? Let us see one by one. First one is BCD. So what is mean by BCD? Binary coded decimal. So that is one type of encoding system. Then EBC, DIC. EBC, DIC. Extended binary coded decimal interchange code. Extended binary coded decimal interchange code. Then we know very well ASCII. So this is the format what we are now using. ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Then Unicode. Then ISCII. ISCII means Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. So these are all the several encoding systems. So the encoding systems can be asked in a 3 mark or a 2 mark question, or else sometime they will ask you in a 5 mark also. All together you want to write. So what are the different types of encoding systems? BCD, EBC, DIC, ASCII, Unicode and then ISCII. Right, let us see the explanation one by one. So first of all we are going to discuss about binary coded decimal. what is mean by binary coded decimal? This encoding system is not in the practice right now. We are not following this particular system. It was followed in the olden days. Binary coded decimal. So this is a 2 power 6 bit encoding system. So 2 power 6 bit encoding system means 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6. So it can handle only 64 characters. This can handle only 64 characters only. It is not able to handle more than 64. So that's why we are not following this particular system now. Because now we are in the latest generation. We are following the 4th or 5th, like that we are going for a advanced. So we are not ready to follow this particular system. So because this can handle only 64 characters only. So this is a binary coded decimal, BCD. Then American Standard Code for Information Interchange, ASCII. They used to call it as ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is a most popular encoding system recognized by the United States of America. So they only developed this particular encoding system. So that's why they have given the name American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So most of the computers use this particular system. But you want to remember one thing, this particular system can handle only the English characters only. So it is able to handle only the English language. It is not able to handle any other language. So that is a very must thing, because they have developed, the Americans, they have developed for their language, right? So this is a most popular encoding system recognized by United States. Most of the computers use this particular system. It can handle only English language. So this can handle 2 power 7. 2 power 7 means which represents 128 characters. 2 power 7 means it represents 128 characters. It can handle only 128 characters. So this is 7-bit representation. But later there is a representation called 8-bit. So 8-bit representation was implemented. So the new edition version ASCII 8 has 2 power 8 bits and can handle 256 characters. So it can handle how much characters? 256. So that is the latest version they have developed, the ASCII. But before that they have developed only 7-bit. So 2 power 7 means it can accept only 128. Later they developed the latest version, that is 2 power 8. So 256 characters. So 256 characters means, so it starts from 0 and it ends up to 255. It starts from 0 and it ends up to 255. Right. Then the ASCII code equivalent to the uppercase letter. The ASCII code equivalent to the uppercase letter A is 65. So what is the equivalent character for capital A? So the ASCII value which is given for capital A is 65. Then the capital B 66. So capital C 67. So like that they are given. So 65, 66, 67, like that it goes on up to 90. So capital Z, it completes at 90. When you go for lower case, sir, then you will ask another question. Sir, capital A is 65 means what is the ASCII value for small a? The lower case letter A, that is small a, the ASCII value is 97. Small a is 97. Small b 98. Small c 99. So like that it goes on. So it starts from 97 and it ends up to 122. It starts from 97 and it ends up to 122. Right? Can you understand, students? So the ASCII code equivalent for the uppercase letter A is 65. I think in your book they have given you the ASCII values. It is represented So you can see that particular pages in your book. So it is given at the last of the chapter 2. Right? Before the book back questions, they have given you the ASCII values for each and every character. Right? I think you might have understood that. So the binary representation of ASCII 7-bit value is 1000001. So this is for capital A. Capital A is 65 means it will be represented as 1000001. So this is 7-bit representation. So now we are using the latest version 8-bit. So if you represent in 8-bit, how it will be? So 0, 1, 000001. Right? So here it represents, this one represents 64 and then this one represents 1. So 64 plus 1, 65. Right. So this is about ASCII numbers, ASCII encoding system. What is mean by extended binary coded decimal, EBC DIC? So this is similar to ASCII. So with the 8-bit representation, this is similar to ASCII, which is a 8-bit representation. This coding system is formulated by IBM, International Business Mission. So it was developed by that particular company. And then this can handle 256 characters because 2 power 8 means 256 characters. The input code in ASCII can be converted to EBC DIC system and vice versa. So they are saying and vice versa. So the ASCII can be converted to EBC DIC as well as the EBC DIC code can also be converted to ASCII because both of them can handle 256 characters. Both of them can handle 256 characters, that is 2 power 8. That is 2 power 8. This is similar to ASCII code. Right? It was developed by IBM, International Business Mission. Right. I think you might have understood this. Then we can see the ISC-II, Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. ISC-II. So this particular system is developed is for the Indian local languages. ISC-II is the system for handling the character of Indian local languages. Local languages means such as we can call it as Gujarati and then Oriya. So like that we can say several languages: Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada, right? Bengali, Assami. So for these particular languages we have developed the ISC-II, that is Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. So this is also like ASCII because this is a 8-bit coding system. This is a 8-bit coding system. 8-bit coding means therefore it can handle 256 characters. It can handle 256 characters because this is a 8-bit coding system. Right? This system was formulated by the Department of Electronics in India in the year 1986 to 1988 and recognized by the Bureau of Indian Standards, that is BIS. Now this coding system is integrated with the Unicode. So this particular system was developed for the Indian local languages such as Assami, Gujarati, Oriya, Malayalam, Telugu, like that I told you, Tamil also. And then it can handle 2 power 8 bits, so 256 characters. And then this is formulated by BIS, that is Bureau of Indian Standards. It was developed in the year 1986 to 1988. And then the last encoding system is Unicode. So this is the system which is most popular in the modern computers. It is the system which was followed in the most modern computers. The popular coding scheme after the ASCII is Unicode. So ASCII code is the very popular one and it was almost used by all the systems. After the ASCII encoding system, the people, they are ready to follow the Unicode encoding system. because what is the thing difference, or what is the thing which is greater advantage in Unicode is, that is what we are going to see in the next slide I have given you. Particularly there was a situation when languages like Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada and Telugu could not be represented by ASCII, but these languages are handled by the Unicode. These languages are handled by the Unicode. So see this encoding system is used in the most modern computers. The popular coding scheme after ASCII is Unicode. ASCII can handle only 256 and then it can handle only English. That is the very must thing. Therefore, English and European languages alone can be handled by ASCII. ASCII cannot handle the other languages because it was developed by the Americans, right? So it can handle 256 characters. But when you go for Unicode, Unicode can handle all the type of languages, whether it is Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, Telugu, whatever it may be. These are not represented in ASCII. These languages are not represented in ASCII. As well as the Unicode can handle all the coding systems of universal languages. Whatever the language which is followed in a universal manner, or whatever the languages which are declared as universal, those languages are able to handle by the Unicode system. And that is the first greater disadvantage the Unicode has. It can handle all the types of languages. Apart from that, all the systems is able to handle only 2 power 8. That is 8-bit encoding system. Whereas Unicode, it can handle 16-bit coding system. It can handle 16-bit code. That is, it can handle 65,536 characters. 65,536 characters. So that is the biggest disadvantage in the Unicode. So other systems can handle only 2 power 8, 256 characters. But Unicode can handle 16-bit code, that is 65,536 characters. And then it can handle all the types of languages. Then the Unicode system scheme is denoted by hexadecimal numbers, because it is a 16-bit code. We know very well what is the base of hexadecimal number. The base of hexadecimal number is 16. So whenever we are following the 16-bit code, the Unicode can be denoted by the hexadecimal numbers. Right? I think you might have understood this encoding systems. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.